Good morning, students, and welcome back to the class. In the previous class, we discussed about the inheritance of one gene. So, in the previous class, we discussed about the inheritance of one gene. Okay, that is also called as a monohybrid cross. That is, only one character is taken and how that character gets inherited to the offsprings. That is what we learned or discussed in inheritance of one gene, or that is a monohybrid cross. Okay, so here what happens? Just I recall the things of this monohybrid cross or inheritance of one gene. So here what the Gregor John Mendel did is that he crossed between a tall and a dwarf pea plants. Okay, and they are the parents. Okay, and the tall plant is represented by capital T and capital T, and this dwarf plant is represented by small t and small t. And then next what happens when they are crossed? He got the F1 generation. Okay, that is first filial generation, and here all the plants were tall in F1 generation, and their genotype this genotype is capital T and small t. Okay, he did not get the dwarf plant here because this capital T is tall is dominant over this dwarf, that is a small t. Okay, so and then what the Gregor John Mendel did was he made a self cross between F1 generation, that is a capital T and small t into capital T into small t, that is he crossed this F1. Okay, that is a tall plant with capital T and small t with the same plant that is having a capital T and small t. So after selfing or self cross, what happens? He gets the second generation, that is F2 generation, and you see here these are the plants obtained in F2 generation. You see this capital T and small t, this is a tall plant, and capital T and small t, this was also tall because this is a homozygous tall because both the alleles are identical or similar, and this is once again capital T and small t, this capital T is dominant, that is tall is dominant, and that is why it is also tall. And here next one more tall plant, that is a capital T and small t, and you see here the fourth plant was a dwarf, that is a capital small t and small t. You see here the phenotypic ratio in the of this F2 generation. Phenotypic I have already explained, that is how they look, that is whether tall or a dwarf, that is the phenotypic ratio, that is tall to dwarf. How many talls are here? 1, 2 and 3. So 3 plants are tall, and how many dwarf? Only 1. So that is 1 is a dwarf plant. So phenotypic ratio in the F2 was 3:1. Likewise, the genotypic ratio was you see this is a capital T and capital T. Genotypic means the genetic makeup of the plant. So here you see this tall plant having the capital T and capital T, that is a homozygous tall. How many such plants are there? Only one. So one homozygous tall plant. And next you see here, this is also tall and this is also tall, and this is also capital T and this is capital T small t and capital T small t. How many are there? They are two. So that is a heterozygous. These are heterozygous tall. How many heterozygous tall are here? Tall plants are here? Two plants. That is why two here. And next, this is a dwarf plant. That is a homozygous dwarf. That is how many plants are there? One. So the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So this is this inheritance of one gene or monohybrid cross is very much important. So it is surely asked in exam. So understand it properly. Okay. Now, based on this inheritance of one gene or monohybrid cross, this Gregor John Mendel formulated certain rules or laws. They are known as laws of inheritance. Even they are known as principles of inheritance. Okay, he put forth, the Gregor John Mendel put forth two laws. Okay, laws of inheritance. What they are? First one, law of dominance, and the second one is a law of segregation. Okay, and today we will discuss about the law of dominance. Okay, what is this law of dominance? What it says? Okay, you see here. Here he proposed certain points here in this law of dominance, and these points are like this. Okay, you see here. The characters are controlled by discrete units. Here, in case of this law of dominance, the characters like tallness, tall, dwarf, color, etc., they are controlled by certain discrete units, and those units are called as factors by Mendel. Okay, you see here, the characters are controlled by discrete units, that means certain units, and those units are called as factors by Gregor John Mendel. Okay, and then what he said is that these factors, they occur in pair. The factors occur in pair like this. You see, capital A, small a, capital B, small b, like this. They won't occur in single like this. Okay, they occur in pair like this. Tall. Okay, tall. You see, these factors which control the character, they occur in a pair. That is the other proposal made by the Gregor John Mendel. And what he told is that in a dissimilar pair of factors, okay, one member of the pair dominates. You see, this in a dissimilar pair, you see, these are the dissimilar pair because they are not similar, they are different. In such a dissimilar pair, you see, take this. In a dissimilar pair of factors, you see, one members of the pair, if there are two members, one is capital T and other member is small t, one of the member of the pair dominates. You see what he says, in a dissimilar pair of factor, this is a dissimilar pair of factor. Dissimilar means these both t are not similar, one is a capital T and another one is small t. So one of the member, it dominates over the other. Here you see, this capital T is dominating over the other member, that is a small t. So in a pair of dissimilar factors, that is capital T and small t, one member dominates with the other member, and this dominate with the member which dominate with others is known as a dominant. Okay, and the other member is known as a recessive. So this is the other thing. Okay, and the law of dominance is used to explain the expression of only one parental character in the F1. You see here, in the F1, this law of dominance is used to express only one parental character. You see, there are two parental characters here, tall and dwarf. Only one parental character is expressed in F1. Okay, expression of only one parental character in the F1. Okay, and the law of dominance is used to explain the expression of only one parental character in the F1 generation. You see, all are tall here. Only one of the parental character is expressed here. And further, expression of both the parental character in the F2. And in F2, what happens? Both the parental characters are expressed. That is, tall is also expressed, and dwarf. This dwarf, tall parent and dwarf parent, both are expressed in F2 generation. So this is what is a law of dominance. Okay, so this is how the Gregor George Mendel put forth the law of inheritance, that is law of dominance. Okay, based on the inheritance of one gene or a monohybrid cross. Okay, so with this we conclude here and continue tomorrow. Thank you.